Welcome back. This is Ray. Hey, today we're going to be reviewing not a product but a company. I don't think I've ever done that before. I'm going to be talking about KEH camera, and it's an outstanding place to buy vintage camera gear as opposed to eBay. And the reason why is these old cameras, they have a lot of moving parts in them like a watch, and over time they'll stop working, and they do need maintenance just like a car does. And the thing about KEH, what they do is whatever gear they get in, they test it thoroughly and grade it, and how it looks and how it performs. And for example, what's good about it is if they say an item is bargain condition, they have a reputation of when you get it, it looks better than bargain. It's like they grade it lower than what it really is. So a lot of people really appreciate that. And not only that, it comes with a guarantee. So this Rolleicord I got a few months ago. It was $257, and I really thought that's a good deal. And in the comments, the only problem it said it had was the slower shutter speeds were not accurate, which is normal, and I don't use slower shutter speeds anyway. But when I got it, one thing that slipped through their cracks was this knob here, the self timer. That knob did not move at all. It was frozen. So I emailed them, told them the problem, and they apologized. They sent me a return label to send the camera back, and they said they'll fix it to the best of their ability. And when I actually asked them, I said, while you have it open, can you do a clean lube and adjustment on the shutter? And they said whenever they open the camera to fix one problem, they always do a clean lube and adjustment while it's open. And I thought that's an outstanding thing to do. So I got the camera back, and it's perfect. The shutter, timer, they stood by their work. No company is perfect. No one is perfect. But I think what is important is how they handle problems. And that's what I appreciate about them. So check out KEH camera. The only thing to understand about KEH is they may not have, or they definitely don't have 100 of these just sitting on a shelf. So what you're looking for, they may not have. They usually have more Rolleiflexes though, but that's one thing to understand is their stock is kind of limited, and it's always fluctuating. And one thing I forgot to mention is if they test a product and it doesn't pass the test to go on their website, they will put it on their KEH eBay store. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing to buy from their eBay store if it didn't if it didn't make it to the website, but that's just something to understand about how they work. They kind of have a tier system on where they put their products. There's also an eBay seller that is really good. His name is Cupog. I'll put his information in the description. The reason he is a good eBay seller is he performs maintenance on the cameras before he even puts them up for sale. And it's almost like you don't have to ask him the condition of the camera. He almost seems like he gets offended when people ask him the condition of the camera, because he doesn't sell something he doesn't stand by. And it also has a guarantee as well. So I wish I had more information on other places that are good to buy these older cameras. But I need to point out my experience with my Rolleiflex. The reason I know what I'm talking about, and I mentioned it in a previous video, this Rolleiflex, I bought it on eBay, and in the description it said untested. And sure enough, when I got it, after about a month, the shutter stopped working. And I did not have a return guarantee. So I took this to a local repair shop, and when they opened it up, they called me and said, there's so many worn out parts in it. They said they can get the shutter to work, but they can't guarantee how long it's going to work. And sure enough, 2 weeks after getting it, the shutter stopped working again. So I'm going to have to figure out, do I sell this for parts or try to get it fixed? I probably won't try to get it fixed based on what they told me, but it just shows most of my lenses, vintage lenses and things, I buy from eBay. Never had a problem. So I'm not saying don't buy from eBay, but just when it's something like this that's technical and so many moving parts, it's important to make sure it's right before you buy it. So that's pretty much all I had to say. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching, and as always, no matter what gear you use, until next time, keep it real.